All right. Thank you so much. Um, well, let's jump right in. We are wealth makers. Welcome to the call. And as you see on the screen, I'm going to go down these kind of quickly, but we were the number one team in submitted application count globally, ending in 2024. The top three agency in production, ending in 2024 on the leaderboards. The number one agency in recruiting, ending in 2024. What that means is we had more recruits brought to our team than any one other team in the company. We're also the number one agency globally with the largest number of licensed agents, ending in 2024. One of the things that I love about this opportunity and about this team particularly is our culture. So first off, we have weekly trainings both in English and in Spanish. We have access to Wealth Makers University, which is packed with all kind of information, tools, training, videos, marketing materials, just you name it, it's there. We have a 90-day mentorship program where you're coming into business. If you're new and you've never been in business before, or you've never been an agent before, someone will take you by the hand and walk you through the whole process for 90 days and even beyond that if you need it. We also have an incredible team culture, as you'll see tonight. Our culture is amazing. Everybody's trying to help each other. There's no big I's and little U's. There are some big names, all right. But even though they have big names, they're willing to take the time out to train, to teach, to answer questions, and help us along the way that are trying to get to where they are. So it's a wonderful, wonderful culture. Another thing that we have is we have our own rewards and recognition system outside of Experior or the company Experior itself. 3 years in a row, this team has been named MVP. Okay, you see a name on the trophy, but that encompasses what all the team members did collectively. So collectively, we have been the MVP since 2022, 2023, 2024, and it remains to be seen what happens in for the year 2025. Now, I'm going to play a video that talks about a spectacular system that we have access to. It's an AI system, Wealthmakers AI system, and we have access to this. So this is something extra. It's not a requirement, but if you do like it and you want to get involved, you can. We'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to play this video for you, and then after that, we'll hop back into the presentation.
In today's world, digital marketing is a crucial component for running a successful business. Your marketing efforts should focus on three key components: capture, nurture, and close. Here are some important facts to consider. 60% of clients drop off due to a lack of a clear process. 80% of new leads fail to convert into sales because of inadequate lead nurturing. Over half of digital marketers report using 50 or more tech platforms, leaving them overwhelmed. Wealthmakers AI offers a unique, tech-advanced solution that financial experts need to scale their businesses efficiently. Wealthmakers AI provides done-for-you funnels with connected email campaigns, including 7 templates to guide prospects into setting appointments. Fully developed websites for services such as $1 Million Baby, tax-free retirement, safe money rollovers, mortgage protection, and more. Customization options allow you to add your logo, update your contact information, and connect your domain. The system will maintain communication with clients until they are ready to close. Additionally, Wealthmakers AI will introduce a groundbreaking product, self-selling strategies. This tool is ideal for agents with limited time, those inexperienced in sales or product knowledge, or anyone seeking to automate their processes. Get access to experts in the fintech industry, learn product basics through our simplified concept courses, and explore our 24/7 video training library at Wealthmakers University. If you're interested in advanced market products, you're in the right place. That's our specialty. Agency owners will find the ideal environment to amplify their success with agents, empowered to self-train and develop their skills. Use our ready-to-go compliant ads to enhance your visibility. Choose from our ads library or create your own using our built-in AI content and image creator. Here's a quick overview of what our platform offers. Lead capturing funnels, fully automated booking engine, lead nurturing to convert customers, closing more deals with informed clients, customizable websites and funnels, done-for-you websites, funnels, and campaigns, social media syndication tool, evergreen and live webinars, Wealthmakers community forum, chatbots, AI agent, business phone number, reputation and review marketing, dialer, CRM, text marketing, email marketing, mobile app, calendar booking, Facebook ads manager, AI content creator, iMage creator, first to market self-selling funnel, Spanish speaking agents have translated access, and much more. If you were to purchase all of these individual tools, it would cost you over $1,612 per month. However, with Wealthmakers AI, everything is integrated for you at an incredibly reasonable cost. Let us help take your business to new heights. Wealthmakers AI, empowered agent platform.
All right. So that's our empowered platform, our Wealthmakers AI, and you can get access to this for less than $1 a day. It's $29.99 a month, and or if you do 100 uploads of new contacts and 5 new business partners, that next month is free for you. So it's a pretty nifty tool that you don't want to be left behind. AI is here; it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So we might as well take advantage of it, right? So we are Experior. We're empowered. We're powered by, Wealthmakers is powered by Experior Financial. It's an independent market organization for life, health, and annuity carriers. And our motto is real people, real ownership, real change. We're founded in 2014, the first Canadian-owned brokerage to expand to the USA, growing to 13,000 plus agents across North America. That number is going up rapidly. Our headquarters in Canada, or Canadian headquarters, is in Gulf, Ontario, and our U.S. headquarters is in Buffalo, New York. And the company has accolades. I mean, they have things that they've been awarded because of the workplace, because of their ethics, because of the way they conduct business. And it's a great place not only to work, but it's a great company to be a partner with. Now, one of the things you see on the screen here is this big old giant ship. And you see all these little small ships. They're all working together. It's super powerful. So it pays to be part of something bigger than yourself. What's awesome about this whole thing is we partnered with a company called AOG. Stands for Associate Owners Groups. And what AOG does is it's a holdings company. And in this holdings company, they have several companies that are a part of it. Experior, of course, we're a major part of AOG, but we are also in the mix, right? Meaning that we have more power with more companies. And as we grow, as this agency continues to grow, and as this AOG business holding company continues to grow, there's going to be more opportunities, more companies coming in, increasing the value of all of us all together. So it's super powerful that we partnered with them, and there's more to follow on that. Now, with our recognition and reward system, or promotion and recognition system we have, when you reach the level of SFA, or Senior Financial Associate, with 10K in production, you're actually awarded this jacket. It's a nice jacket that has logos and everything, the Wealthmakers logo and everything on it. And you can wear that proudly. You're going to get people that are going to ask you what is that, what it's about, and it's going to actually create conversation for you. When you move up to senior manager, you get the pin, the 3-star pin, and you get a 7-day hotel stay that's paid for by the leaders of the team. When you reach executive director, which is a 4-star pin, you're going to get a watch, a nice watch, not just something that you can just go buy at a grocery store or Walmart or something like that. You're going to get a really nice watch. You're going to get a flight and hotel for 2 people, round trip, and you're going to get a cruise. So it's really going to pay off to become an ED with us in this team. We have kind of like fun. We call them fun awards, but we have the All-Star Club when you do 10,000 in production or 10 recruits in 1 month. We have the Don't Make Me Use My Teacher Voice for trainers and presenters. That's the recognition they get. Hold on, let me chat GPT. This is for agents who are always ready to help. They're ready to give an answer. They're ready to help you in whatever way, shape, or form. And then we have our social media expert. So for social media influencers, there's also a pin awarded. We also have this award that you get as a agent when you bring in 10 referrals or 10 clients into the EOS system. That's our Medicare referral program, and we'll talk more about that later. But that's something that you definitely want to take advantage of. We're right in the middle of that season. It's hot and heavy, so you should definitely be taking advantage of that. Now, as far as events, we not only work hard, but we also play hard. One of the things that we do every year, we have a Texas takeover. Now, we did not this year. There was some schedule conflicts and a couple of things that happened, but we will be having a Texas takeover. It's a 3-day intensive boot camp with global leadership, carrier partners, a lot of training. And when I say training, it's like meat. It's like the meat of the training. As a matter of fact, Texas takeover, my first Texas takeover boosted me to be one of the top 4 producers in the company within a few months of leaving the Texas takeover. So that tells you how powerful it was. Our Experior convention is happening in April of next year, April 2026, in Orlando, Florida. So there's going to be awards, recognition, again, global leadership, carrier partners. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to happen at that convention. If you want to get a bird's eye view of the total company, you definitely want to go to that convention. We also have qualifier trips, that are presented by multiple carriers that are happening in 2026. So, and most new agents can qualify for those as well. So let's talk a little bit about the history of insurance. One of the things that most people talk about, or you say, well, is this industry going to be around? Is it pandemic proof? Is it recession proof? Is it whatever proof? Yes, absolutely. Insurance is. And I'm going to show you how and why. In 1347, the first documented insurance policy was issued in Genoa. 1347. Just let that sink in for a second. Insurance has been around that long. In 1752, Benjamin Franklin founded the first American insurance company. 1752. 1776, the USA gained its independence. In 1792, 24 people got together and created what we now know as the stock market. In 1933, the FDIC, which is an insurance company, right? Insurance company, FDIC, was created to protect consumer bank deposits and rebuild trust after the banks failed during the Great Depression. So when insurance company stepped in to protect the banks. All right. And in 2024, over $1 trillion was written in insurance premiums annually. $1 trillion. Okay. That's expected to grow massively. So insurance was around 17 years before the USA declared its independence. And it was around 33 years before the stock market was created. So can you agree with me? Insurance is going to be here. It is here to stay. It's not going anywhere, right? And that's just proof for that. Now let's talk a little bit about our partners. We have several partners, over 60, probably more than that, but over 60 providers or partners that we have. Carriers that names that like Gerber, F&G, Nationwide, Allianz, Aflac, Lincoln Financial Group, National Life. I mean, these are big known names in the insurance space. And this global market is going to grow from 5.6 trillion to 9.8 trillion by 2027. The insurance providers that have been in business for now, they've been in business for over a century, like Mutual of Omaha, Baltimore Life, Americo. There's many more. And a fun fact is Nassau Life, which is one of our partners, they covered Abraham Lincoln. That's cool. That is really cool. So now, if you want to, we have this option for you. You can become what we call an investment advisor representative, IAR, investment advisor representative. What you would be doing is helping people manage their finances, right? In a big way. So we are partnered. Our sister company is called Global View Capital, and they have partnered with all of these companies, BlackRock. You've got Vanguard, you've got TD Ameritrade, you've got Fidelity, you got some really big names, and you'd be working custodially with these companies if you decide to get your Series 65 and become a IAR. All right, so let's talk about the business. This is very important because true ownership means true ownership here at Experior. I love that. So from day one, you're vested. What does vested mean? That means that you own your book of business from day one. Your clients are your clients. So if you decide, hey, I'm, day 20, why would you do that? But if you decide, hey, I want to walk away, all the clients that you have obtained, you can take them with you. They will release those clients to you. Okay. Number two, you get ownership of your agency. So when you reach executive director, the level of an ED, you're actually given your agency code overrides, and you're going to be on your path for silver, gold, or platinum legacy ownership. So being an ED will put you in the silver category. And as you continue to grow your business, continue to grow your team, you'll go to gold and then platinum, which means that you'll have a legacy that you can leave for your families. Okay. And then last but not least, shares. So ownership of Experior itself. When you reach that level, you're granted or you're given up to 85. You can get up to 8,500 equity shares of the company. And at the rate that this company is growing, those equity shares are going to be they're worth a lot already, but they're going to be worth a lot more. Okay. So these equity shares, what's awesome about this, you think about it, we offer every agent the unique opportunity to become a shareholder in the company and celebrate the company's financial success. So if you could just picture yourself back in 1996 and you're deciding, hey, I want to get some shares, I want to get some stock, I want to buy my stock with Microsoft, or I want to buy my stock with one of those companies that is brand new, and you buy the stock, right? And you spend $1,000 or you spend $500 on that stock, and all of a sudden, fast forward to 2025, that stock is now worth 500,000, 200, 500, 700,000, $1 million, right? So you're in a position now, very ground flourish with Experior to get these shares and have that same thing happen. Now, Global View liked that plan so much that they said, hey, we want to do the same thing. We want to offer anybody that's in IAR, anybody that's a representative with us, we want to offer them that same ability to get shares. So if you're qualified, you have an opportunity to become a shareholder with Global View Capital as well. Advisors, up to 2,000 shares are available with that company. So that's pretty powerful. Now, let's talk about the compensation. We have two models. We have a producer model. Our producer model is for those that come in, looking at the business and say, man, you know what? I don't want to recruit. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to get in, help as many clients as I can, and just build my agency with clients, right? You can do that. You can do that. So with our producer model, what happens is you start out at 70%, 70% as a newly licensed agent. 70% is very generous in this industry. You quickly move to 85% by doing 10K premium over 3 months period. Move to 85%, senior financial associate. Then you move up to senior manager. You become senior manager by doing 30,000 over a 6-month period. Okay. And then you move up to senior manager 2 by doing 50,000, and it's 107%, 107.5% contract. Then you move up to senior manager 3. That's 115% contract on that side. Just producing, just your own pen, not having a team or anything, just you by yourself. You can get as high as 130% on the producer compensation side. And the beautiful part about this is there is no recruiting. You can do all of this with your own pen. But if you're like me and like many of us that are on this Zoom call tonight, you want to help other people who have entrepreneur spirits. You want to help them to get their own agency and build their own team. And so for those that like the building side of it, we have what we call our builder compensation model. Our builder compensation model start out at 70%. Okay, 70%. Again, just like the producer model. Same path to your senior financial associate. You get to 85% by doing 10K. Right? Then it changes when you're going to senior manager. That's the next level. Getting to 100%, you're doing 30,000 premium over 2 months, you and 4 active agents. Okay? So you and 4 active agents splitting up that 30,000 all together and getting to that level. All right? Then the next level is the executive director, which is what everybody's, we call it the gold rush to executive director, right? So we're all trying to get there. And when you get to get there, you do 60,000 premium over 2 months, you and 7 active agents, okay? 7 people that you have helped to grow and build in this business. And then we have our senior executive director level. That's the newest promotion, and it is 120%. 120% commission based. Now you can go all the way up to 130% on this side, plus more. Okay. We're going to get to the plus more in a second. This line that you see that just came on the screen, I call it our green money line. And you'll understand why here just in a few minutes. The green money line is what we call generations of pay. Generations of pay. So it represents 28% of a hierarchy bonus. There's an additional 12% builder bonus. There's access to a 4% agency bonus. And then there's more bonuses that are coming that are available to us. Now, along the way, while you're working hard, you're building smart, right? The company is rewarding you with some bling bling, right? Now, this is just not just your typical bling bling. These rings have been made by the same people that make Super Bowl rings. The same companies that make Super Bowl rings make our rings for us. And so when you reach these milestones, 100,000, 250,000, 500,000, 750,000, 1 million. And these are within 1 year, within a 12-month period. When you reach these milestones, you're awarded these rings. All right. Now, right now, we have several people who are $1 million ring earners. That means they've done over $1 million in a 12-month period. There are some that are very close to this 2 million. So they had to actually create that. I'm sure there's probably going to be a $3 million ring as we continue to grow. But it's awesome to have that, to knowing that your hard work is going to pay off and you're going to be rewarded for that. Now, we have several products that are, we call no license required products. This is another great thing about our company and about this opportunity is that you can come in and from day one, you can start working or start marketing these products right here. So we have our debt consolidation. We actually have two companies that we work with. We have Debt Medic and we have Debt Mediator, and they both do great things to help people reduce their debt. We have a trust company. It's called Trustee Friends. Okay. So it's a trust program and they help with estate planning and they help everything from wills, to trust, to HIPAA, to, even pet trust. Like they have it all. So you can get that done and you can help start marketing this from day one. We also have a company called Excel Empire, which helps small businesses to reduce their taxes. It's a great company. And they actually have some advanced products that they work with as well. Then we have Legal Shield, which is like a lawyer in a box, basically. Everybody's heard of Legal Shield say, I'm going to call my lawyer. They got in an accident, they got in a dispute, something happened. They say, I'm calling my old lawyer. And it's Legal Shield, right? So you have Legal Shield in your pocket. We have a partnership with them. Then you have Score Navigator. Score Navigator is a system to help you repair your credit. It's a system to help you repair your credit. All right, Score Navigator. And then last but not least, we have our Medicare referral program, our EOS. This is really awesome because you can literally help people get signed up in Medicare, right? When they get signed up in Medicare, guess what? The next year, if they renew, you get paid on that. So it's pretty awesome program. And it's a blockbuster for an opportunity to be able to help people with Medicare and not have the license, not have to go through all of the work that it takes to get that license. Okay. Now, when you do become licensed, we do have our licensed products as well. So you couple all of those 6 products that we just talked about with these 7 more products. Okay. So we have term life. Everybody knows what term life is. That means if you have a 10-year, 15-year, 20, 25, or 30-year term policy, when that term is up is when that's when it expires. So if it's 10 years, after that 10 years, that term policy is over. Oh. We also have our whole life policies. The whole life expands or extends through the person's entire life. So from the time they get it until the time they die is that. We do have our if someone can mute that person for me, we do have our whole life be your own bank, right? Infinite banking system. We have a couple of companies that work with that in the whole life sector. Lafayette Life, Mass Mutual, a couple of companies that are partners with us. Then we have our IULs. IUL stands for Index Universal Life Policy. Now, this is kind of like a wealth building policy. It's a whole life policy, but it's like a wealth building policy that can compound interest between 8 and 12%. So your money's growing while you're protecting your family and protecting yourself as well. Then we have our annuities. Okay, so we do what we call safe money rollovers with our annuities, meaning that if you're losing money, you got a 401k, you got an IRA, you got a 403B, you got a 457B, you got any type of retirement money that's sitting there going up and down with the market, we can move that money over safely to where it won't lose anymore. All right. And that's what we do with our annuities. And we have companies like North America. We have companies like Nationwide that, that help with those things. We also have, if you want to dive in headlong into Medicare, you can do that here as well. Okay. We have health insurance and we have supplemental benefits. So we have companies like Manhattan Life. We have companies like Aflac that will help us in that arena to be able to offer those services and products to our clients. Now, how do you make money? How do you make money? First off, you study, take the exam, you become licensed, right? Once you become licensed, you and your mentor will make an appointment. You'll meet with that potential client either on Zoom or in person. For the most part, a lot of us are doing what we call virtual business, so we're meeting people via Zoom, but does not mean you cannot meet people in person. So you meet that person in person, meet those individuals or that family. You do what we call a needs analysis, all right? So we have what we call an EFA, expert financial analysis tool that we have access to. You do that analysis and you determine what is going to be good for them to protect their family. So for this example, we're going to use an average policy cost of $100 per month. Average policy contribution or cost, however you want to look at it, of $100 a month. So 100 times 12 is 1,200 AP. AP stands for annual premium. So if a person buys a policy at $100 a month, it's 1,200 AP. Okay. So we're going to assume that you have reached the level of senior financial associate. So now you're at 85% for this example. Okay. So 1,200 times 85% is going to net you $1,020. Again, this is an approximation because each carrier has their own multiplier, right? So the payout is based on what the carrier pays Experior on each product multiplied an average by an average of 90% and then multiplied by your commission level. Okay. So for this example, 1,200 multiplied by 85 is 1,020 times 3 family members is $3,060. Okay. For this example, we're actually using a Forrester's 30-year term. Now, if you help 2 families a month, or if you help 6 individuals a month, or if you help, 6 couples, right? 3 couples, not 6, 3 couples. You're going to have 6. You're going to have 6 policies that you're writing. So each family member is getting coverage. That average income is going to be about $6,120. Okay, that's on a monthly basis doing 2 families. Your annual income is going to be about $73,440. Now, if you're doing this part-time, that's a really good part-time income. It's a really, really good part-time income. And there are individuals who do this business part-time. They have another business or another job that they're working. And many times they're working this on a part-time basis. So it's very possible. Now, when you reach the level of executive director, now you're at 115% contract. Wow, what does that mean? That means for every $10,000 you do, you're going to get paid $11,500. Okay, 10,000 times 115 equals 11,500, and we're gonna use your personal production for this right now. So 11,500. That's what you're doing, helping the same families and doing what you did. Okay, as an executive director at 115%. So now your business is starting to grow. You're starting to bring in people. Sometimes it grows organically. Somebody just says, hey, I like what you're doing. How do I do it? And next thing you know, you have an agent. So now your business is starting to grow. So this example is, again, using 1,200 AP times 6 clients. All right. That's going to give us a total of $7,200. So you've got a brand new agent, financial associate. They're at 70%. You had another agent that moved very quickly. They became a senior financial associate. You got another 2 agents that moved quickly as well, and they became senior managers. So they're at 100%. So how does that look with commission base? All right. So between you and the brand new agent at 70%, there's a 45% spread. So you're going to get 45% of what they did for AP. Okay. Which is going to total 45% of 7,200 is going to total $3,240. That's what the company will pay you. That agent doesn't have to pay you anything. Everything is done, computed, accounted for. through the company and by the company. Okay. So then you have a senior financial associate. That spread is 30%. So you're going to get 30% of their 7,200, which is 2,160. Then you have two senior managers, right? That spread is still 15%. So you're going to get 15% of 7,200 of that AP, which is going to net you $1,080. So we're going to add all that up, and your total overrides for the month is $7,560. Okay, so we're going to add that with your personal production of $11,500. Right now, you have helped somebody, you've taught them and trained them, you trained them so well that they actually equaled your level. Now they're executive directors, you're an executive director, you're both at 115%. That seems like a problem, right? But it's not. Here's where the green money line comes in at. So everything that this new executive director does in your first generation, you're going to get 14% of their entire organization. That's powerful. 14% of their entire organization. So on average, executive directors are producing in their agencies right around $40,000 on average. Okay. Some are higher, some are a little bit lower, but on average it's 40,000. So your total override on that brand new executive director doing that 40,000, you're getting 14% of that. That's $5,600 that you're getting for helping get that agent producing and promoted. All right. Now your team is growing, their team is growing, right? And so what happens is the agency bonus kicks into play. So you're doing 40,000, you're bringing in at least 4 new team members throughout your entire agency. So you're qualified for a 4% bonus. And that's very generous to just say, hey, you only have to bring in 4 new team members in your entire agency. Wow. That you can do that. Definitely. Right. So that 4% bonus of 40,000, 4% of 40,000 is $1,600. So we're going to add that up, and let's add all these totals up. You got 11,500 personal production, 7,560 override, 5,600 agency bonus, and then 1,600 of our agency bonus. Excuse me, 5,600 is your executive director override, and then 1,600 is your agency bonus. Okay, you add that all up, and it's $26,260 a month. You multiply that by 12 months, and you get $315,120 annually. Now, I don't know about you, but I know there are doctors and there are lawyers and there are high status nurses that are bringing in $315,000, but they're not building a team. They're not changing lives in the sense that we are. I'm not saying they're not, but I'm saying in the sense that we are, where we're protecting families and helping them to have what they need to prepare for the future. Now, any business that you do has a cost. Any business you do has a cost. If you ever think about going into business for yourself, there is going to be a cost. Can everybody nod your head? I can see you virtually nodding your head. There is going to be a cost when you start a business, whether you start a franchise, whether you say, hey, I want to start a home business, baking goods, or whether I want to start a business, cutting grass. Any type of business you start is going to be some cost, right? So the beautiful part about Experior is they give you the tools you need to have success in this business. So you get training webinars, you get the access to our 24/7 video library, you get a built-in financial analysis tool, which I talked about, that EFA, which will help families decide and determine what they need for the future. You get access to insurance toolkits. Okay, you get access to a CRM, which is going to manage all of your new clients. It's going to tell you when their birthdays are. It's going to tell you when you need to do your yearly follow-up with them. All those things. Okay. You get access to the quoting tool. It brings in all of the top carriers and it tells you which quote you can quote that client, which one's going to be best for them. And then you get the annuity rate watch, which is going to tell you what the annuity rates are for different companies. So you can say, hey, this company's got a better rate than that one does. Right. And all those tools, if you were to pay for them individually by themselves, it would run you about $250 per month. Not bad for being able to operate a $315,000, potentially $350,000 business, right? $250 a month is nothing for that. However, here at Experior, we're not going to charge you that $250 a month. As a non-licensed agent, you'll be paying right around $21 or something with tax. As a licensed agent, you're going to pay starting out at around $40 and going all the way up to $85 as an executive director. So again, not a high cost to run the business that can produce six figures for you. Now, our vision is this. We started in Canada, right? 2014. We expanded to the US, 2020. We expanded to Puerto Rico, 2024. And we're going to be expanding beyond Puerto Rico. There's more to come, right? We're just getting started. We have 13,000 plus agents, and that's growing on a weekly basis. So my proposal to you is that you choose one of these options tonight. Choose one of these. You're falling into one of these categories. Either number one, you love what we do and you're interested in becoming a client. In other words, I don't have a life insurance policy. I don't have a trust. I don't have a will. I don't have blank, blank, blank. You fill in the blanks. My credit is not where it wants to be. We got you. So you can choose number one, right? Number two, I would be interested in referring you business, meaning that this may not be for me. It's okay. We're not mad at you. It may not be for you. It's not for everybody, but it may not be for you. And you may say, look, I'll refer you some business because I know some people that need some of that stuff that you talked about. And number three, this might be you. I'm not a licensed agent, but I'm ready to get started. Sign me up. That's number three. You fall into that category. Put that in the chat. Let the person that invited you to this call, let them know that you're a number three so that they can get back with you. And then number four, I'm licensed and I need to join now. I'm going to put number four in mine because I think I need to join all over again. So anyway, that is what we have now. That we have our Wealth Makers winners. Some people that were awarded the jacket. Luis Martinez, and I want you guys, if you're on mute, you can come off mute and give them some accolades, give them some hand claps, give them some woo-hoo, whatever it is. Let's let these agents know that we recognize them and we recognize their hard work. Luis Martinez, he did 28,000 in a month. Wow, that's powerful. Hey.
The month is not over yet.
Month is not over yet. He's already at 28,000. So there's another agent, Rebecca Vera, senior financial associate, $162,500. Wow, amazing. There's Valletta Glenn. She amazing. She got $12,255 as a senior financial associate. Really, really awesome. And then last but not least, we have Kim Chrysler, who did $170,173. That's amazing. Look at that. So come off mute, guys. If you're an agent and you're looking at this screen, I want you to celebrate these individuals. Let's celebrate them. Let's tell them
congratulations. Yeah, awesome.
Awesome. Way to go.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right.
We have a new one also, Basha. If you refresh, there's another one, Pamela Holmes. That's also one just today.
Oh, Pamela Holmes. Okay.
SFA.
Oh, right.
And so, she's done an amazing job, and she recently just started. So she's kind of done that as well. So I'll kind of show that's her. That's Pamela Holmes.
Way to go, Pam.
So so it's awesome to see new people coming on and hitting their SFA. So we want to become a senior financial associate factory. How many brand new people you can bring on and help them put 10,000 in their pocket, right? 10,000 in the pocket. So once they can experience the $10,000 growth, right, in a month, they can rinse and repeat it. It's the matter of just experiencing that one time, right? And a lot of people might experience that in 3 months, 4 months, and that's okay. But if you're helping them try to hit that marker, let's get them the jacket. Let's put 10 in their pocket. And realistically, guys, 10,000 is, could be one policy, could be 5, right? But if you have an intention, you can hit that.